Awesome. Welcome back. Hashtag TFR Motivation Monday call.
Coming right at you.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining in with us, everybody. You know, Mondays for some people are heart attack days, but not for us in network marketing, especially not with us that are part of the Team Freedom Reigns group here, right? So we're super excited to have you on board this call with us today, and super excited for the guests that we have to bring to you here in just a few minutes. But first, let's make sure that we go over the announcements that everybody needs to know and that you need to follow through with, because we know it's your daily actions that are going to get you where you want to be, as long as you decide that you're never going to give up until you get there, right? So announcements. This last Saturday, OMG.
Right.
Yeah.
LifeVantage Academy.
Yeah, seriously, it was freaking amazing. Here in Phoenix, we had our own Pro 7, Dan Mullering, and he freaking blew everybody's pants off. Not literally, but kind of.
Mine literally.
Well, actually, and Carrie Dickey actually invited him onto her team training call today, and afterwards said, you know what, she needs to find a man just like Dan. So that's a pretty big compliment.
She just heard about it. So it was awesome how good news travels fast.
Yeah, seriously. So LVA, we hope that you all attended the one that was nearest to you. But if you didn't, here's your chance to get yourself back on the right track, because these events truly are super important to building your business, building your belief in yourself in network marketing and your network, right? So the next LifeVantage Academy is going to be September 15th. You can go to LifeVantage.com, or actually LifeVantageAcademy.com, find your area and get pre-registered today, okay? It's only $25. That's only $6.25 an hour.
Can you believe that?
No, it's crazy. It's ridiculous.
To hear from a millionaire business owner.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess if you want to pay more, wait until the day of the event, but you know, that's not a smart thing. We're in business to make money, not just to spend more. So get registered for LifeVantage Academy, September 15th, LifeVantageAcademy.com. And then convention, you cannot miss this global event. We're going to be bringing in everybody from around the globe. We'll have people there from Australia, Canada, how about Japan, Taiwan, the UK, all of these different markets that we're open in, they're all going to be traveling in for this event because they know how important it is. So those of you that are watching this that are on here in the United States, no excuses, all right? Get yourselves registered. You can go to LifeVantage.com for this one under company upcoming events, or go to TeamFreedomReigns.com under upcoming events to find the link to get yourself registered right now. Paysetter, are you on track for Pro 2 this month? Pro 2 Paysetter, let's get you that extra $100 bonus. Or do you have someone in your team that needs just that extra little push, or maybe they don't even know that they're close? Make sure that you're paying attention to your teams. The new enrollments, anyone that enrolled since July 2nd is eligible to qualify for Pro 2 Paysetter. And then of course, Pro 3s, they have a little bit longer time, so they have that full 90 days after enrolling to be able to accomplish that. And there's many different reasons why we want to help our new people rank advance in the first 90 days. Because you know what? First of all, we want our teams to grow and we want our teams to multiply and duplicate. But how about, you know, this next thing we're talking about is the Ireland trip.
Yeah.
For the last two things that we talked about, convention. By attending the convention, you get 100 points towards that amazing trip to Ireland. And by helping your personally enrolled distributors rank advance in the first 90 days of their business, you're also going to be helping them get triple points towards that Ireland trip, and you get half of the amount that they earn. So guys, let's get out there. Let's be sharing this information. Have your daily activities show that you want to show up in Ireland, because all you need is 1,000 points to attend for one person. You get 100, guys, 100 for attending global. You get 400 points for enrollments. You can get up to 400 points for enrollment. And then as you're enrolling, you're going to be rank advancing, and you get rank advancement points and points for maintaining each month. And the qualification period for that is from July 1st through April 30th. So we have 8 months and 11 days left. Okay. Anybody and everybody that decides that they want to go to Ireland, we're going. We're going. We're there. And we have to qualify too. So we're going, but we want to help each one of you qualify for that.
You just gave the strategy.
All right, let's just get to work, right?
8 months and 11 days left of just doing your daily actions, showing people the information, recruiting, getting points, 400 points for enrollments, 100 points for going to global convention. You're halfway there. And I was thinking, when you said triple points, and then you get half, I'm thinking, what's half a triple?
1.5?
1.5, yeah. I don't know what to call that though. 1.5. There was nothing creative to come up with. So I didn't say anything.
Alrighty.
Go for it, Marcy. You're doing great.
Let's just go to Ireland. All right. Let's just get to Ireland. So we want to make sure that we keep this call to that 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
And by the way, I actually run a timer here and I forgot to start it. So guess what? I'm going to start it right now at 25. So what we want to make sure that we get across to you guys is that there are so many different reasons to build your LifeVantage business. First of all, if you got into it because of these amazing products, oh my gosh, yes and amen, right? Because they work and we have the proof of it in all of our science. But how about if you got into it for financial reasons? We've got the Pro 2 Pay Setter and the Pro 3 Pay Setter to help you earn that extra $700 right away. But what if you got in for it for notoriety or recognition and you just want to rank advance? Our company is the best at recognizing people as they're building their business. At each level, you can see, and actually if you go to the teamfreedomreigns.com site, under how we get paid, down at the very bottom, we've broken it down by rank, what the company gives you on top of the regular commissions that you earn. And so we're going to be talking a lot about one that happens at the Premier Pro 5 rank. I'm so, it's really interesting because Dondi and I, obviously you guys know that we met through LifeVantage. We met through these businesses that I was actually part of his team down lower since March of 2011. But it was May of 2012 is when I attended my Pro 5 Summit. And this Pro 5 Summit is where the company starts to recognize you as the leader that you are in your business. And they want to bring you up to Park City, Utah. They'll fly you in. Then they're going to spoil you rotten with food that you eat. You even thinking about gaining it right now, you're going to weigh more after this call than if you hadn't thought about it,
for sure.
Right? And then the activities, but on top of that, it's the teaching and the training on how you can move up to the additional ranks of Pro 6, Pro 7, and further into the Elite and Master ranks. So Dondi and I actually got to attend Pro 5 Summit together. It was the first time he was going, and it was my event in that May of 2012. What do you remember about Pro 5 Summit?
I remember lots of things. It was my first Pro 5 Summit, but not because I had earned it with the rank of Pro 5. I had passed Pro 5 quite a while before that. And we were, as an elite panel, we were talking about what could we do to get the team and people that are, what rank could we get involved into the field leadership to help them go to the next level of Pro 5, Pro 6 and beyond, or Pro 6, Pro 7 and beyond. And we decided it was Pro 5. And so when I went, it was to look at it and actually take an inventory and observe, because we knew it was working. We could tell by the people that had gone who were going to Pro 6 and higher versus the people who hadn't or who opted out. So I was there as an observer, and Marcy and I were not on each other's radar at all. From a couple's perspective, we were both in marriages at the time.
No, actually, I was dating a jerk then.
Oh, okay, see, I didn't even know that. But I was trying to salvage my former marriage. But we were there together, and yes, we were. And it was at this amazing resort called Snowbird in Utah, in the mountains of Utah. It wasn't during snow season. It was during I guess it was the spring. But we took a tram to the top of the highest peak in Snowbird, and where we heard our CEO talk about vision and being on top of the mountain and what it looks like from the top. And that's where the summit. And it kind of really, I guess, encapsulated for me and helped me crystallize the vision of what we truly had. But I watched the people that came, Marcy included, through that Pro 5 Summit, which was my first. I presented at 2 in a presenting capacity since. But when I saw that, I followed the people that were there. And some of them are Pro 9s, and I think one of them is even a Pro 10 now. So to be able to see that kind of advancement, it speaks part and parcel to the curriculum and what happens at the Pro 5 Summit. But that was Pro 5 Summit 1.0. There's now Pro 5 Summit 2.0, which you're going to hear about from our special guest, Kathy Bernier, where they added an additional day and increased the level of training from elite distributors to exclusively Pro 9s and Pro 10s. It's just 3 days of being treated like royalty and being poured into by the top tier performers and presenters and business owners, millionaire business owners in LifeVantage, and having a very intimate, unique celebration of your accomplishments, but not to stop, to gain a vantage point of where you are, so that you know where you're going to go and where you can go, and be encouraged to go by the corporate and field leadership. So it was just an unbelievable experience for us to have gone through it together. That's one thing about our story that will never be taken from us. We went to our first Pro 5 Summit, not together, but we were there together. But it's part of our story. And so speaking of stories, I can't wait to hear Kathy's, because it's really not about us. It's all about her.
Yeah, it's not. And so, Kathy, we are so thankful that you said yes to us when we reached out, because we think that this is something that people don't know enough about. And so we are super excited for you to share your story and to be able to just express, first of all, who you are, and sharing who you were, who you are currently, where you plan on being. And then we want to do a Q&A with you with some great questions that we formulated. So go ahead, share with us who you are.
Sure. Wow. Thank you, Dondi and Marcy, so much for, giving me the option to expand on what a wonderful experience I did have at Pro 5 Summit. So yes, Kathy Bernier, and I am a prime example of exactly why somebody needs that plan B. When you, before you've been introduced to something, you don't even realize you needed that plan. I worked as the director of a senior center for 17 years. And then, like many nonprofits, when the money's gone, that's the end of the job. I was just so lucky that within 1 month's time, I was introduced to LifeVantage, and I saw it right off, first day, Platinum Pack, exactly what it was all about and where it could take somebody. So I've never looked back. I mean, that was two plus years ago. And I have, been engaged in LifeVantage and doing the work with people ever since. So I love it.
Super cool. How awesome is that?
That's one of the wonderful things about being in business with so many great people, is learning about them and who they truly are, but then watching them progress from who they thought they were into who they truly can become. And it's been amazing just in the short time period that we've been able to work with you, to watch you on your journey. So do you want to you want to ask her the questions, and then we'll have some feedback in between, I'm sure.
Yeah. So the whole purpose of the questions is to just kind of try to see what we could do to help you, Kathy, express what your experience was like. So first question for you was Pro 5 Summit, actually,
he's got a mic in his way.
Was Pro 5 Summit always a goal for you to begin with?
Oh my word, yes. In a word, I joined the company in April, and I went to my first EA in Anaheim 2 years ago, and right then and there, my belief system was solidified into, this is my home, my forever home, number one. But, at every EA, they always show the clips of the Pro 5 Summit. And, when you're a Pro 1, because I came in on the Platinum Pack, it's like, that doesn't seem like that should be so hard to do. It's, 5, okay, I got to 1 pretty easy. But you know what? It is a climb. It is a climb, but it has always stuck with me. Every single other EA I've gone to, and you see the fun that people have, and also it's kind of like a status in the company, I think. So even when you reach Pro 5, it was still, but I need to qualify to get to that summit. So yeah, I was more than thrilled this spring to actually qualify, in the right period with the right amount. And you can have the right amount and still not qualify, so it has to be just so. And it helps so much to learn how that just so really fits into your world, because that's a training in itself. So yes, it's always been my goal, and yay, 1 goal marked off.
Absolutely. Do you want me to take the next one, or you want to take the next question? Okay. So since you've obviously just recently come back from there, it's been less than 2 weeks since you attended. Right. And for those of you who haven't gone, when you go to this experience, it's not just the training that you get. It's not just the people that you meet. Would you agree, Kathy, that it's also your peers that you're there with? You're now creating bonds. You're going to see where you are all at. You had some commonalities, and then you're going to watch them blossom as they watch you blossom. But having just gone to that and made these connections, made these relationships, and gotten tons of great information, and had I would assume a kind of a 5-star experience. What are your 3 biggest takeaways that you got from Pro 5 Summit?
Okay, awesome. Well, number one, I had told my family before I ever left, I think I'm going to be met at the airport with, the sign and get the ride, the limo ride, or not really a limo, but, a carrier. It was truly amazing. It was probably the first time I've ever traveled truly by myself. And I'm up here in Maine, for those of you who don't know where I'm from, way up in the corner of the country, and traveling out to Salt Lake. And I've traveled many times, but always had a partner. So I'm kind of like, okay, I'll get there. It'll be fun. But honestly, I get off the plane and you go to baggage claim, and there it was, this big sign, LifeVantage and Kathy Bernier. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, it's me. I'm here. I am here. And I had my own driver take me up to Park City, and it was incredible. So the pampering was amazing. I had not just a room. That's not what they give you. They give you a suite. I had my own kitchen, not that I was going to cook, because as you said, Marcy, the food was amazing. I had a jacuzzi bath. I had a living room, a fireplace, which you didn't need in the temperatures in the 90s, but they brought in chocolates. Okay, so the pampering was beyond what I ever expected. The teachings, so pampering number one, teachings one-on-one with Pro 9s, Pro 10s, and with corporate, okay, were amazing. So teachings that you could see their feeling was in it, because as Darren Jensen had said to our group, this is one of the events where it's not like an EA. It's not like talking to 5,000 or 6,000 people. We're talking to you as Pro 5s, as new leaders in the company, and we really want you to have an experience. Well, they really provided it. So the teachings were second point, and the corporate leadership. Oh my word, playing golf, well, mini golf with all of the corporates. How much fun is that? Okay, and as Donda, you said, meeting other Pro 5 people from all over the world, not just the country, but all over the world. I had people from Germany, from Australia, from the UK, Japan. It was phenomenal. So seeing corporate at a level that isn't just up on stage, it's up close and personal, was amazing.
Really seeing that they're real people.
Oh, yeah, I rode up in the gondola to go up to the top of the summit with Ryan Goodwin. And and Darren Jensen took a selfie of me with him. It was so cool. It was just fun.
Yeah. That is so cool.
I don't think in corporate America that would ever happen.
No, never. And one other thing, I had lunch with the chief financial officer. I don't know if you've met him yet, Steve Fife.
Fife, yeah.
Our finances are in good hands, people. He is amazing. He's funny too.
He is.
He's very funny.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
So next question. So having attended Pro 5 Summit, had that experience that you're talking about, how has this experience affected your belief in network marketing as a profession, and more specifically in LifeVantage as a company?
Well, the company, there's nothing like it at all. I had been involved in another company in network marketing, and this is day and night. Okay, so there was no involvement, and I truly did not get the real taste of what network marketing was in that other company. This company is a teaching company, as well as being everything else, the science behind it. But I could not put into words in the most effective way that I want to what network marketing is to everybody. It's scary, a little bit scary in the beginning, and it's something that grows, it builds. So your belief system in network marketing builds. When you are surrounded by, I think there were 100, maybe 120 people there, that were Pro 5s, and like Dondi said, many of them had already surpassed the Pro 5 level and were Pro 6s and 7s, and were just there for their first time. When you're surrounded by that many people who have validated for you or with you that network marketing works, okay, it really works. They're getting checks, they're there, they've made this, their home, and so being surrounded by that many people with that much emotion, it solidifies network marketing works, and it's something to be proud of, not to, put aside. I wear it proudly.
And it looks good on you.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, it so does.
Seriously.
Absolutely. So next question, what advice would you give to someone who has just joined the LifeVantage family, or those who have been in for a while and they're heading towards that Pro 5 goal to perhaps achieve Pro 5 Summit, but they haven't yet gotten there? What advice would you give to them about what Pro 5 Summit could mean for them?
Well, when you meet other people from all over the country, and as I said, all over the world, I have new friends in the UK and Minnesota and New Jersey. I mean, that alone is worth, a lot, because I'm already reaching out to them to see what their journey was and how that, can broaden my journey, because we're all so willing to share. I mean, this company is amazing in that way. And to be surrounded by that many people, my advice would be, number one, you said it, Marcy, I think, don't ever quit. If you're feeling like, I'm not sure if I'm going to get to Pro 5. I've been stuck at Pro 4 for a while, or I keep slipping back to Pro 4 status when I've made Pro 5, but I haven't qualified. Don't ever quit. Guy Fry, who we had at our LVA this weekend, he said, you can take a rest, but don't ever quit. I mean, just keep going forward. And if you find yourself stuck, it's personal development. Personal development, just get back in with the personal development. But don't just stop there. Put that personal development into action. Right?
Absolutely. Great.
And keep your belief. Keep your belief strong.
Well, and you know what? I love all three of those. I mean, taking that rest, it's like sometimes you get overwhelmed. First of all, life can hit you. And so it can get hard, and then you get feeling like you're stuck, right? And the answer is truly that personal development and taking action to really get you where you want to go. And it will also, once you start taking action, build your belief, because you'll start having success. I love those tips. Those are really good.
Yeah. And now that you've got a taste of what Pro 5 is like, and this is awesome that you had other people there that were your peers that had surpassed Pro 5 and have already gotten to Pro 6 and perhaps Pro 7. What, moving forward for you personally, Kathy, what is going to be your focus in getting your business to Pro 6 and beyond?
It's interesting, Dondi and Marcy, that everybody's journey happens at different rates. So not comparing yourself to somebody else who got there in a shorter amount of time, I think always makes us feel a little, why not me? Why am I stuck back? But I think I've hit the level where, you know what, slow and steady is going to win the race, and I am never quitting. So I think doing all of the, the things that you need to do to get there, my eyes are set on Pro 6. So it's more presentations, absolutely. Whether taking a little bit of everybody's giving that so many give, like you two give all the time, and other leaders give all the time, and taking all those things, putting it together, becoming a hybrid to whether it's social media is your thing, or sometimes, I mean, you have to do it all, in my opinion. So I plan on continuing to learn more and more, becoming more engaged with social media, but also to just find where my best skill is. And I think it's that one-on-one, so finding better ways to do the one-on-ones. And I know that's a little bit slower perhaps than some of the others that, can go faster by, social media. But for me, I will get there. I will never quit.
I love that. Point, seriously, that is such a beautiful, beautiful point, because finding your lane and knowing that that's where you belong and sticking with it, but having that knowledge that not everybody's going to fit in your lane. And so you need to either, one, have the skills yourself to where you can support people doing it a different way, or two, have the resources that you know about to plug them into. Because this really is, it's a growth journey for all of us. And every single one of us, even though we are so magnificently different from each other, we can all have the same success as long as we just decide and go for it and pursue it. So,
It's a team effort, and I plan on, supporting my team and making sure that I'm there for them to, lean on, but also to give them the nudges that they need to get going too, because I want us all to get there. And there's definitely room for all of us. And to get to Pro 5 Summit is definitely it's doable. And it's definitely something that ought to be a goal for everyone, because it's amazing.
It really is. And so are you. And that point you just brought out is that it truly is about the team, because in reality, building a network marketing business with our amazing products, you can build yourself to like a Pro 4 level by yourself with customers, that kind of thing. But if you want to hit this, the Premier Pro 5 and go to that summit, you've really got to be able to build that team and help them learn and help them duplicate. And so everything that you've said is perfect and on point, but we can't get anywhere without our teams. That is for sure. And we definitely adore you, Kathy. We adore everybody that's on this call, and anybody that'll be watching it as a recording. Thank you so much for being part of Team Freedom Reigns. And one of the things I wanted to make sure, now that you're all stoked, motivated, and for sure going to get yourself to the Pro 5 Summit, get spoiled, all that stuff, the pampering, the teachings, and the corporate leadership, that Kathy was able to just experience. We want to make sure that you understand what the qualification details are. Okay, so of course, everything that we've been talking about so far, you can find links on the teamfreedomreigns.com webpage to get anywhere to be able to do the registrations and to see the qualifications for Pro 5 Summit and also for the Ireland trip. But I just wanted to make sure that you knew, if you want to be at the next Pro 5 Summit, where they fly you into Park City and pamper you, spoil you, teach you, and you get to rub elbows with corporate, that event is going to be happening in March of 2019, okay? So what we need to be focusing on is your qualification started in July, and it runs through December. So you have to qualify, and then you've got to have the 2 months that you get, that you stay at that area in that 20,000 in group volume, balanced properly, like Kathy was mentioning, to be able to qualify for that, so that we can get you to the Pro 5 Summit in March of 2019. If you want to go, let's map it out. Get with your leaders. Get with your Pro 5 that has been, and have them help you map it out so that you can put it on your vision board, so that you can focus on it every single day, because it's your daily action plan that will for sure get you there. So how would you like to close out this call? Because it's been freaking amazing.
Yeah, I want to piggyback on something that Kathy, you said right at the end, and that is finding your lane. We heard a quote over the weekend, is that a lot of times when people who've never done network marketing before, and they observe other people that are going faster than them through the ranking system, they get into this thing that Marcy calls compare-itis. And they compare their blooper reels to someone else's highlight reels. And number one, not only is that not fair, it's not a good strategy, because all you see is people's advancements. You see the good side. You don't see the thousands of no's that they've gotten prior to the yes that could help them get that leg that helped them qualify. And that's one of the biggest mistakes people can make. So thank you for commenting on. And there was something else that Dan Mollering, when he taught our LifeVantage Academy here this weekend, he used an analogy that I absolutely loved. And he said he treats his business like building a bouquet. And if he hears somebody talking, he's like, I'll take a couple of flowers from Marcel's pitch and I'll incorporate that into mine. And I've got these roses here. And then I heard Skip Campbell say something. I'll take the daisies from there and I'll put them into my bouquet. And by the time he's done, he's got this beautiful bouquet of all these little inputs, but now that's his bouquet. And it's going to be his, but it's a piece of a bunch of other things. But he wasn't comparing himself. He was capitalizing on the ability to us to work as a family and as a team, and taking little nuggets. And so thank you for that comparison, and for giving people permission to find their own lane and to be the masterpieces that they are. Because I read an article once about Vincent van Gogh, when he was asked, why was he such a good artist? And he said it because he honored the authentic self. He never looked at Mona Lisa and tried to make a copy, because it would be a copy. He did himself. And obviously we know how famous he became. And so just be the masterpiece that you are. That was great advice, Kathy. Thank you so much for being our special guest and talking to us about your wonderful experience in Pro 5 Summit. And congratulations for all your success, continued success. We are here cheering you on all the time. So thank you again.
All right. And final reminder, guys. Sorry, Kathy, go ahead. Say what you wanted to say.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Get to global.
Yes. Get there. You don't want to miss it. So one final reminder, guys, tomorrow night, Tuesday night, is the live opportunity overviews that we do every single Tuesday night, 5 p.m. Pacific time. It will be via Zoom as well as streamed live through the Don D and Marcy Nettles Entrepreneurs page on Facebook. Oh, and there's our time. So you will be getting emails tonight reminding you of the login information, and it will be on the Meet Team Freedom Reigns Facebook page. So Kathy, thank you again.
Thank you
we
so
appreciate
much.
you. And we love all of you. Thanks for joining us on the hashtag TFR Motivation Monday call.
Have a great week.